Greetings to all. We gather here today to grapple with a profoundly human experience, anxiety. This is a condition that is deeply personal, touching individuals in unique ways, yet is paradoxically universal in its reach. The frenetic tempo of modern existence, with its relentless demands and expectations, creates an ideal environment for anxiety to germinate and flourish. Societal pressures, the ticking clock of life and the milestones we're expected to achieve add layers of complexity to the emotional landscape, brewing a storm of tension and unease. Societal pressures, the ticking clock of life and the milestones we're expected to achieve add layers of complexity to the emotional landscape, brewing a storm of tension and unease. But, we're not here to wallow in the challenge. Instead, we adopt a shift in perspective. We don't view anxiety as an insurmountable foe, but rather as an experience to be better understood, navigated and managed effectively. As we gear up to tackle anxiety, we arm ourselves with knowledge. Anxiety, at its most basic, is a primal response to stress, a deeply ingrained mechanism meant to alert us to potential danger. This integral alarm system, a relic of our survival instincts, has its roots in the early history of humanity when life was a constant fight for survival. However, when this warning system refuses to quiet down, echoing persistently and infiltrating all areas of our lives, we find ourselves grappling with anxiety disorders. Understanding the nature of anxiety, identifying its triggers, recognizing its manifestations and acknowledging its impacts, sets the groundwork for our defense. The first tactic in our approach to managing anxiety is mindfulness. Being fully present, aware of the here and now, is not just a buzzword. These practices represent a significant shift in our engagement with the world around us and our internal emotional state. They offer a means to tune out the noise of anxiety, providing a serene mental space. Techniques that center around breath control, key components of mindfulness practices, serve as steadying anchors, holding us firmly in place when anxiety's tumultuous currents try to pull us adrift. This focus on the simple act of breathing provides a beacon of calm, guiding us back to the safety of the present when the fog of anxiety threatens our peace. The importance of physical movement cannot be overstated in managing anxiety. The human body thrives on movement. It's a vehicle designed for action, not stillness. When we're in motion, whether it's walking, running, dancing, or practicing yoga, the body releases endorphins, the brain's natural feel-good neurotransmitters. These powerful biochemicals can counterbalance anxiety-inducing stress hormones, fostering a sense of tranquility. Additionally, the repetitive and rhythmic nature of many forms of exercise, such as jogging or cycling, can have a meditative quality, offering an additional layer of anxiety alleviation. Often overlooked in discussions about anxiety management is the role of nutrition and hydration. What we consume can significantly impact our mental state. Certain foods and beverages, such as those high in sugar or caffeine, can trigger or exacerbate feelings of anxiety. Conversely, a diet rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods can support overall brain health and stability. Hydration too plays a crucial role. Even mild dehydration can affect mood and cognitive function, potentially worsening feelings of anxiety. By being mindful of our dietary and hydration habits, we can influence our anxiety levels in a meaningful and positive way. Humans are social beings. We crave connection and thrive on positive relationships. However, in an era where digital interactions often replace face-to-face communication, the quality of our connections can be diluted. Positive relationships can serve as powerful buffers against anxiety. The feeling of being understood, supported, and cared for can provide a sense of security and diminish feelings of anxiety. Building a strong support network doesn't require an enormous circle of friends. Instead, it's about quality over quantity. A few close, trusted relationships can make a significant difference. So, make time to nurture those relationships. Reach out to loved ones, participate in community activities, or join groups that share your interests. Another important strategy in managing anxiety is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully engaged in the present moment, aware of where we are and what we're doing, without being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's happening around us. Practicing mindfulness can help us to reduce the stress and anxiety that arises when we are constantly worrying about the past or the future. It can help us to experience more fully the present moment and to accept it for what it is. One way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. This involves setting aside a specific time each day to sit quietly, focus on our breathing, and let go of any thoughts or feelings that may arise. The practice of meditation can take time to master, and it can be helpful to start with short sessions and gradually increase the length over time. It's not about achieving a state of total emptiness or peace, but rather about developing the ability to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Sleep is often a neglected aspect of our lives, but it plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being, including our mental health. Lack of quality sleep can exacerbate feelings of anxiety and make it more difficult to cope with stress. It's important to maintain good sleep hygiene, which includes sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, creating a calm and quiet sleep environment, and avoiding stimulating activities or substances close to bedtime. If you're having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, it may be worth exploring techniques such as progressive muscle relaxation or guided sleep meditations. It's also crucial to discuss your sleep problems with a healthcare provider, as they may be a symptom of a larger issue. Remember, rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Prioritize it, and your body and mind will thank you. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, if your anxiety feels overwhelming or is impacting your ability to function in your daily life, it may be time to seek professional help. Mental health professionals can provide a range of treatments, including therapy, medication, and alternative treatments, that can significantly improve your quality of life. Therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can be incredibly effective in managing anxiety. It can help you to identify negative thought patterns and learn healthier, more effective ways to respond to anxiety-provoking situations. If therapy isn't enough, medication can be another effective treatment option. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, and certain types of sedatives can all be used to treat anxiety disorders. It's important to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all treatment for anxiety, and what works for one person may not work for another. It may take some trial and error to find the treatment that works best for you, but don't lose hope. With the right help, you can manage your anxiety and live a happy, fulfilling life. None of us exists in a vacuum. We are social creatures, and as such, having a support system is crucial in our lives, and even more so when we are grappling with anxiety. A support system may be family, friends, mentors, or even support groups where you can meet and talk to others who are going through similar experiences. These relationships can provide emotional support, practical assistance, and a sense of belonging. There is an immeasurable value in being able to share your feelings, vent your frustrations, or simply just talk to someone who truly listens. It is equally important to be that person for others in your support network, creating a cycle of mutual aid and understanding. If you find yourself feeling isolated or without support, remember that help is available. Reach out to a mental health professional who can help connect you with resources to build and strengthen your support network. Our daily routines provide a sense of structure and predictability that can be soothing for the anxious mind. They create a framework of stability within which we can safely navigate our lives. This doesn't mean your day needs to be scheduled down to the last minute. In fact, flexibility is key, because life is unpredictable and things don't always go according to plan. The aim is to create a general rhythm to your day, with regular times for waking, meals, work, exercise, relaxation, and sleep. Start by making a list of the essential things you need to do each day. Then consider the things you'd like to do, things that bring you joy or help you relax. Make sure to include both types of activities in your daily routine. Keep in mind, the idea is not to pack your schedule so full that it becomes another source of stress. Instead, view your routine as a tool for reducing anxiety and creating balance in your life. Lastly, as you navigate your journey through anxiety, it's essential to practice patience and kindness towards yourself. This may not come naturally, especially if you're used to being hard on yourself, but it's an important skill to cultivate. Anxiety, like many mental health conditions, is not something that can be cured overnight. It takes time, and there will be setbacks along the way. But every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Instead of criticizing yourself when you're feeling anxious or when you're not progressing as quickly as you'd like, try offering yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in the same situation. We often reserve our deepest empathy and kindness for others and forget that we too are deserving of these feelings. In learning to manage anxiety, it's paramount to remember to be your own ally. And with that, we've arrived at the end of this enlightening journey together. We've explored various strategies to manage anxiety and to create a life that's not dominated by worry or fear. Please remember that these are not one-size-fits-all solutions. Each person is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Take the time to explore and discover what suits you best. As you continue on your journey, remember to approach yourself with kindness, patience, and understanding. We all stumble, we all fall, and that's okay. It's all part of the process of growth and learning. Don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional if you need help. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, it's okay to need support. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this session useful and that it will act as a guide as you move forward in your life. Continue exploring, continue learning, and most importantly, continue growing. Stay strong, stay focused, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep shining.